It'll be one to go this time by. Coming to the green, buddy, coming to the green. Let's go get him. Go, 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 go.
Get your motor running. Head out on the highway.
Thank you. See you. Thanks.
Okay, right now we're going to roll into our pole sitter for the 2009 Daytona 500, and that is Martin Truex Jr. He drives the number 1 Bass Pro Shops Tracker Boats Chevrolet for Earnhardt Ganassi Racing with Felix Sabates. We're joined up on the podium by the driver of that number 1 car, his crew chief, Kevin Manion, team owners Chip Ganassi and Felix Sabates. Congratulations, Martin, your second career pole. But how does it feel to be sitting on the pole for the Daytona 500?
That feels great. Just got to thank everybody back at the shop, Bono, all the guys, for their efforts over the winter. I think since July last year when our car had to stay down here, we didn't get to run it. This has kind of been circled on our calendar, qualifying day. We felt like we had a shot at it then, and the guys have worked hard and felt good about this all winter. They felt like they had a shot at coming down here, sitting on the front row for the 500, and I'm just a lucky guy that gets to sit in that seat and drive that thing. It's pretty awesome.
Kevin, talk about setting up that car and about the lap he turned out there today.
You know, the car's had great speed all weekend. Not being able to test down here in Daytona, we took advantage of a test in DPG with Chevrolet, and pretty much every Chevrolet team was there and had good speed. So you know, the setup is just something that we've kind of dreamed up, and it's good for 2 laps, and feels really good to like Martin said, after unfortunate happenings in July of 2008, to come down here and sit on a pole means everything.
Chip, Felix, congratulations. New driver for you. You got to feel good. Chip, Felix, your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, it was, you know, as you know, it was a interesting winter for most of us in the community, and it's just rewarding to come here with you know, with a lot of hard work put in by a lot of people. You know, bringing 2 companies together is a difficult task and was a painful thing for a lot of people on all sides of it. And you know, there was my hat's off to these guys, because there was a core group of people that never wavered, never lost focus on what they want to do. And today, putting 3 cars in the top 7 spots is quite a reward for that. My hat's off to all the people that, you know, back in the shop, and the guys in the trenches doing the work, and the guys wheeling these things around here.
Felix, your thoughts?
Well, just like a quitter never wins, and a winner never quits. And I think that's the motto for our race team. I mean, we never give up. We had a tough year last year, and when we got together with DEI, it was a blessing for everybody, because the core group of people that came from DEI, like someone said earlier today, they're true racers. And Bono's one of those guys. He'd probably work for free if he could win the Daytona 500. Might not be a bad idea. But no, I don't know what else to say other than I'm thrilled with what's going on.
Take questions now for this number 1 team. We'll start up here at the front with Lee. State your name and your affiliation, please. Go ahead.
Lee Spencer, Fox Sports. Bono, can you talk about what you guys did to test since there was no testing? Talk about the simulation packages and everything else that you used at your disposal, other than going out to the proving grounds, that help you get the car dialed in for this.
Yeah. One thing with joining another organization or merging to, we were able to see how Chip and his folks have done it, and they were able to see how we did it, you know, as far as things we can do with. Chip has a great group of engineers, different from kind of like DEI. I think Chip's racing background with his other teams, it's very engineer driven, and I think, like I said, through simulation, maybe not so much for Daytona, But for California and open tracks to come up, I think it'll help.
Who has next question? Raise your hand. We'll come to you. Got one right here. With go ahead.
Dwight Drum, RaceState.com. This is for Martin. Without the testing, usually you're coming in here to knock off the rust. You hear of the off season knocking off the rust. Was there more rust, less rust? And compare that.
No, I mean, I think that a little bit more time off is, gets you prepared better. I think we came down here with a better race car than we've ever come down here with without even testing. So I think it gave the guys time with all that went on this winter with us, with our team, with moving shops and combining our efforts. I think testing would have hurt us more than helped us. So I think, it was to our advantage that nobody could test, because I think we would have been a little behind if we had to. And I think it would have took away from our efforts at the shop and getting everything prepared just right. And, as far as it goes, coming down here and testing, I think it hurts not going to the downforce tracks a little bit as a driver, but I think I did enough racing online to keep the rust off.
Go Steve Post and then Mark Dakotas. Go ahead.
This is a question, Steve Post, MRN and Sirius. This is a question for Martin and for Bono. How does this, knowing you're locked into the front row, affect the way you approach the Gatorade duels, maybe even practice, but how does this affect the way you approach Thursday?
If you want to take it, I'll take it.
I think, Steve, it's just one step. The next step is to win the duel, and then the next step is to win the 500. I mean, this is the time. We got a great car, got great motors with ECR. It's time to actually attack and strike and hit the ball, and it's time. It's our time, and today was our first step.